Hello guys, HClaw52 or HairClaw52 here with a review on one of the new weapons from the new update. This weapon is the base jumper, and I paired it with the disciplinary action and the strange festive black box that I created. Pretty sick. And yeah, it's a pretty sick weapon. If you didn't know, there was a new update in Team Fortress 2 where they released some new pretty cool weapons. I was lucky enough to find this, the base jumper, and I was talking to some friends and they were going crazy. We found it, I think, on the second day of release. I'll just put it out there. So anyway, into the review. This weapon is actually pretty sick. You can see from these clips that it's really good to get over and above the enemy, and at this point no one really knew what was going on with this weapon. So you can rocket jump into a big area like this spot on the last control point of I don't know this map, but anyway, also it's pretty sick that even if you're not a very good rocket jumper, you can travel around with this because it's a lot easier to control your movement, I've noticed. And as long as you can get yourself in the air, I think you can deal some big damage. So if you want me to do a review on how to rocket jump, even though I'm not very good and I haven't played for a while, so I'm pretty rusty, I could maybe post a rocket jumping tutorial. So back into the weapon. I found it's pretty good to use this weapon with the black box, because when you rocket jump, you usually take a little bit of damage, and you can get that amount of health back by an easy hit while you're in the air. So in this game, I was facing some of my friends and some really good players that were basically giving me like that guy is dominating me. Anyway, I haven't been playing for a while, so as I said, I'm kind of rusty. But another thing, this weapon pretty much pyros, unless they're using the reverse shooter, cannot touch you. So and also things like scouts, pyros, spies, Demoman, soldiers, unless they're using their secondary weapons, they cannot touch you when you're in the air. But you gotta watch out for things like snipers, because you travel pretty slow when you're through the air and they can easily body shot you. Also, heavies will just tear you apart while you're in the air. So if you're gonna rocket jump where there's a heavy, make sure you toggle with your space key, which, if you didn't know, you rocket jump in the air and you press your space key and you can glide down to the ground. So that's pretty sick. So you can toggle it on and off while you're in the air, so you can rocket jump in the air, then toggle it. And this is a pretty sick example of the kind of things you can do. Activate it. See, if I didn't activate it, I wouldn't have got to that place, even though some lucky scout got me with a fish. That's a great example of the kind of nifty kind of things you can do with this weapon. Also, it's not just for soldier, it's for Demoman also. I didn't get some gameplay with Demoman because I don't usually sticky jump too often as a demo. If I'm demo, I'll usually demo night, and this is an example of like just demolishing that. And this is the new conga taunt that they added to the game. It's kind of annoying. Lots of people have been complaining about it, and Unknown Venom had a pretty good suggestion that this should be a victory taunt, like after you win, which I think would be a lot better, because I see plenty of times where people have just been spamming And that clip, if you rewind for a second, you see that if I stuffed up the rocket jump, and if I didn't have the base jumper, I would have died. So that's a good example of when it can come in handy. But sometimes I've felt like when I'm using this weapon, I've rocket jumped unnecessarily, as you're gonna see in probably the next clip. There's moments where I don't need a rocket jump. Like, I could just be sitting on the control point here, but I just want to test out the weapon, pull off some 360s. I could be credit to team here, but I don't know. So, ooh, my black box leveled up. So basically, when you're in the air, you don't get hit. I want to say that. What's that guy using? Oh, the original. Yeah, that guy's pretty sick. And yeah, this is the base jumper. If you want to see more reviews on the other weapons, I'll probably do shorter ones because I'm finding it a little bit hard to waffle this much on one clip. But yeah, so there it is deployed. That guy's using the, what's it called, the air shot or something, I can't remember what it's called, don't quote me on that, but that's a pretty good weapon too. I haven't actually got my hands on it. My friend's gonna loan me the weapon so I can make some more reviews. Yeah, so shout out to him, shout out to Dr. Peppers, not Dr. Peppers in the drink, but Dr. Peppers, and also I'm looking for someone to play some games with. You must have YouTube first of all. You must have, I'm gonna say, 100+ subscribers, and you have to play either Gary's mod, Gmod, FIFA, or obviously Team Fortress 2, or also Counter-Strike. I